Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we will discuss Nursing Anatomy and Physiology MCQs part 2nd. Which of the following is a function of the skin? Option A, protection against microorganisms. B, regulation of body temperature. Option C, synthesis of vitamin D. And option D, all of the above. So the correct option is D, all of the above. Explanation is the skin serves as a protective barrier against pathogens, regulates body temperature through sweating and vasodilation or vasoconstriction, and synthesizes vitamin D when exposed to the sunlight. So this is very important MCQs. What is the main function of the parathyroid glands? Option A, secretion of thyroid hormone. B, regulation of blood calcium level. Option C, regulation of metabolism. And option D, control of stress response. So the correct option is B, regulation of blood calcium level. Explanation is the parathyroid gland secretes parathyroid hormone PTH, which helps regulate calcium level in the blood by increasing calcium absorption from the intestine and decreasing calcium excretion in the urine. Which part of the brain is responsible for regulating heart rate and breathing? Option A, cerebellum. B, medulla oblongata. C, thalamus. And option D, hypothalamus. So the correct option is B, medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata is part of the brainstem and is responsible for regulating vital functions like heart rate, breathing, and blood pressure. Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update from a technologist. Which of the following is the primary function of platelets? Option A, oxygen transport. B, immune defense. C, blood clotting. And option D, nutrients absorption. So the correct option is C, blood clotting. Explanation is the platelets or thrombocytes are involved in the process of hemostasis, which helps to stop bleeding by forming blood clots. They aggregate at the site of injury and release clotting factors to seal the wound. Which cranial nerve is responsible for the sense of smell? Option A, optic nerve. B, trigeminal nerve. C, olfactory nerve. And option D, facial nerve. So the correct option is C, olfactory nerve. The olfactory nerve is responsible for the sense of smell. It transmits sensory information from the nose to the brain. Which of the following is not a component of the lymphatic system? Option A, lymph nodes. B, thymus. C, bone marrow. And option D, alveoli. So the correct option is D, alveoli. The alveoli are part of the respiratory system, not the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system comprises structures such as lymph nodes, thymus, and the spleen, which play a crucial role in the immune function and fluid balance. The exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide between the blood and body tissues occur in option A, alveoli. B, arteries. C, veins. And option D, capillaries. So the correct option is D, capillaries. Capillaries are the smallest blood vessel and they allow for the exchange of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide, and other nutrients between the blood and surrounding tissue. Which of the following is not a function of the liver? Option A. Detoxification of harmful substances. B. Storage of glycogen. C. Production of bile. And option D. Production of red blood cells. So the correct option is D. Production of red blood cells. Explanation is the liver plays many important roles such as detoxification, glycogen storage, and bile production. It does not produce red blood cells. Red blood cells production occur in the bone marrow. So this is very important MCQs. Which of the following is responsible for the formation of urine? Option A. Nephron. B. Glomerulus. C. Renal tubule. And option D. All of the above. So the correct option is D. All of the above. Explanation is the nephron is the functional unit of the kidney. It consists of the glomerulus where blood filtration occurs and the renal tubules where reabsorption and secretion processes take place to form urine. Dear students, this is very important MCQs. What is the primary function of the pancreas in digestion? Option A. Secretes bile for fat emulsification. B. Produces insulin and glucagon. C. Absorb nutrients. And option D. Secretes digestive enzymes to break down food. So the correct option is D. Explanation is the pancreas secretes digestive enzymes such as amylase, lipase, and proteases into the small intestine to aid in the breakdown of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. It also produces insulin and glucagon to regulate blood sugar level. The hormone responsible for regulating the sleep-wake cycle is option A. Adrenaline. B. Melatonin. C. Cortisol. And option D. Serotonin. So the correct option is B. Melatonin. Melatonin is produced by the pineal gland in response to darkness. It helps regulate the sleep-wake cycle, also known as the circadian rhythm. Which of the following structures is part of the digestive system but not involved in digestion? Option A. Stomach. B. Pancreas. C. Liver. And option D. Esophagus. So the correct option is D. Esophagus. The esophagus is a muscular tube that transports food from the mouth to the stomach but does not participate in digestion. Digestion primarily occurs in the stomach and small intestine. So this is very important MCQs. What is the function of the alveoli in the lungs? Option A. Oxygen transport. B. Gas exchange. Oxygen and carbon dioxide. Option C. Air filtration. And option D. Production of surfactant. So the correct option is B. Gas exchange. The alveoli are tiny air sacs in the lungs where gas exchange occurs. Oxygen from inhaled air diffuses into the blood and carbon dioxide from the blood is expelled during exhalation. Which part of the eye is responsible for focusing light into the retina? Option A. Iris. B. Lens. C. Cornea. And option D. Retina. So the correct option is B. Lens. The lens is responsible for focusing light onto the retina. It changes shape to focus light from objects at varying distances, a process known as accommodation. So this is very important MCQs. Which of the following is responsible for the production of red blood cells? Option A spleen, B bone marrow, C kidneys, and option D liver. So the correct option is B, bone marrow. The bone marrow is primary site of blood cell production, it including red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. This process is known as hematopoiesis. Dear students, this is very important MCQs. Which of the following is the largest gland in the human body? Option A pancreas, B spleen, option C liver, and option D thyroid. So the correct option is C, liver. The liver is the largest internal organ and gland in the human body. It has mainly functions including detoxification, protein synthesis, and the production of the biochemical necessary for digestion. Which of the following is the largest organ in the human body? Option A brain, B liver, C skin, and option D heart. So the correct option is C, skin. The skin is the largest organ in the human body. It serves as a protective barrier, regulates temperature, and enables sensory perception. Which part of the brain controls the balance and coordination of the human body? Option A medulla oblongata, B cerebellum, C cerebrum, and option D thalamus. So the correct option is B, cerebellum. The cerebellum is responsible for coordinating voluntary movements, maintaining balance, and motor control. It helps fine-tune action and ensures smooth, accurate movements. So this is very important MCQs. The function unit of the kidney is option A neuron, B nephron, C glomerulus, and option D alveolus. So the correct option is B, nephron. The nephron is the function and structural unit of the kidney. It filters blood, removes waste, and regulates fluid and electrolyte balance. Each kidney contains around 1 million of nephrons. Dear students, which type of blood vessel carries oxygen-rich blood? Option A vein, B artery, C capillary, and option D lymphatic vessels. So the correct option is B artery. Arteries carries oxygenated blood from the heart to the tissues, except for pulmonary artery, which carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs. The aorta is the largest artery in the human body. The primary function of the red blood cells is option A fighting infection, B oxygen transport, C blood clotting, and option D immune response. So the correct option is B, oxygen transport. Explanation is red blood cells are responsible for transporting oxygen from the lungs to the tissues and returning carbon dioxide from the tissues back to the lungs. The protein hemoglobin in red blood cells RBCs bind with oxygen to facilitate this process. Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update from a technologist. Which of the following structures is responsible for producing insulin? Option A liver, B kidneys, C pancreas, and option D spleen. So the correct option is C, pancreas. Explanation: the pancreas produces insulin in the islets of Langerhans. Insulin is a hormone that regulates glucose metabolism by facilitating the uptake of glucose into the cells and lowering blood sugar levels. Which of the following hormones is responsible for the fight or flight response? Option A insulin, B cortisol, C adrenaline, and option D estrogen. So the correct option is C adrenaline. Explanation is The adrenaline, also known as epinephrine, is produced by the adrenal gland in response to stress or danger. It increases heart rate, blood pressure, and energy supplies, preparing the body for the fight or flight response. So this is very important MCQs. Which of the following is not a part of the central nervous system? CNS. Option A, brain. B, spinal cord. C, optic nerve. And option D, cranial nerve. So the correct option is D, cranial nerves. The CNS consists of the brain and spinal cord. Cranial nerve are part of the peripheral nervous system, PNS, which connects the CNS to the rest of the body. Which of the following types of muscle tissue is voluntary? Option A, cardiac muscle. B, smooth muscle. C, skeletal muscle. And option D, all of the above. So the correct option is C, skeletal muscle. The skeletal muscle is voluntary, meaning it is controlled consciously by the central nervous system. It is attached to bones and responsible for body movement. Cardiac and smooth muscles are involuntary and controlled by the autonomic nervous system. What is the main function of the lymphatic system? Option A, oxygen transport. B, waste removal. C, immune defense and fluid balance. And option D, nutrient absorption. So the correct option is C, immune defense and fluid balance. So the explanation is the lymphatic system plays a crucial role in immune defense by filtering lymph and trapping pathogen. It also helps maintain fluid balance by returning excess tissue fluid to the bloodstream. So this is very important MCQs. Which of the following is the smallest type of blood vessel? Option A, vein. B, artery. C, capillary. And option D, venule. So the correct option is C, capillary. Capillaries are the smallest blood vessel and are responsible for exchange of oxygen, carbon dioxide and nutrients between the blood and tissues. Which of the following is not part of the digestive system? Option A, stomach. B, pancreas. C, liver. And option D, bladder. So the correct option is D, bladder. The bladder is a part of the urinary system, not the digestive system. The digestive system includes stomach, pancreas, liver and intestines, which work together to break down food and absorb nutrients. Dear students, this is very important MCQs. Which of the following is the largest part of the human brain? Option A, cerebellum. B, brainstem. C, cerebrum. And option D, diencephalon. So the correct option is C, cerebrum. The cerebrum is the largest part of the human brain and is the responsible for higher brain function such as thinking, memory, emotion and sensory processing. Which part of the human heart pumps oxygenated blood to the body? Option A, right ventricle. B, left atrium. C, left ventricle. And option D, right atrium. So the correct option is C, left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps oxygenated blood into the aorta, which then distributes it to the rest of the body. The right ventricle pumps deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Which of the following is a function of the gastrointestinal system? Option A, digestion of food. B, absorption of nutrients. C, elimination of waste. And option D, all of the above. So the correct option is D. The gastrointestinal system, GIT, is responsible for the digestion and absorption of food is the elimination of waste product from the body through the rectum and anus. If you like this video, please subscribe my YouTube channel. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद है, बराए मेहरबानी मेरे YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करें. Which of the following is the primary component of bone tissue? Option A, collagen, B, calcium phosphate, C, elastic fibers, and option D, fibrocartilage. So the correct option is B, calcium phosphate. Calcium phosphate make up about 70% of the bone weight, providing strength and hardness. Collagen fiber make up the remaining protein, providing flexibility. So this is very important MCQs. Which of the following structure prevents food from entering the trachea during swallowing? Option A, epiglottis, B, larynx, C, tonsils, and option D, pharynx. So the correct option is A, epiglottis. The epiglottis is a flap of cartilage that cover the opening of the trachea during swallowing to prevent food or liquids from entering the airway, ensuring it goes down the esophagus. Thank you for watching my videos.